Charity Gaming Guild presents the Nat Pun Podcast.
Welcome everyone, welcome back. As you know, we're here to talk about the ins and outs of last week's episode, and I am joined as usual by apparently the bright-eyed Bertie.
Bright-eyed, bushy-tailed.
The liminal John.
I'm trying to work out if I need to step forward, was it? Take a
You're on the
risk?
threshold.
On the threshold.
You're on the
Standing on a threshold ready for change. Yeah.
Make a change.
We didn't have one for you.
No, I never give myself one.
Okay, I'll make one up.
Here we go. Here it comes. Prepare yourselves.
Yeah, Dopey Ash.
There it is.
And
Don't be Ash.
Don't be Ash.
Dopey.
Oh, dopey.
Dopey.
Don't be Ash.
No, don't be Ash.
If you've got a choice.
Yeah, be Batman. What? And I am the anticipant Andy.
And
Thank you very much.
has anybody else seen the wallet that you can put your
Yes.
driving license in and it
makes
makes you have the Batman mask? Sorry, tangent, but those are so cool.
Yeah, I want one.
Okay. I wasn't expecting that one.
Nope.
Okay. So we all started in the Great Hall, sitting down with Barnaby Thrall,
Hi, Daddy.
the High Daddy,
Hi, Daddy.
Shout out Dave Freeman.
who allegedly had opened his door with an open robe.
No, I never said it was open.
No, that was all you.
That was all you, Andy.
Well, I know,
You-
but it's
you took
now.
liberties
it's
there,
now-
didn't you?
I did. It's in the story. You accepted that was the case.
He
and
definitely
you even
did it later,
You even
didn't he?
gave an
Oh, yeah.
explanation as to why.
Because adventures should be player-led.
So, first question I had
We asked
then
for bunnies and they
is
weren't.
Ash.
All right, fine.
How Barnaby Thrall said he was like that to expect. How does someone like Barnaby Thrall pull?
Well, when you've got that much power and everyone calls you the High Daddy,
So it's not about looks or
I
performance.
reckon.
it's about-
I imagine. I'm trying to look it down this route. I imagine he's a sugar daddy.
I reckon
Right.
That's Avon's job, though, isn't it? Surely pop down to the tents.
Yeah.
Avon's job.
Yeah.
Avon, pop down to the tents.
Yeah, but it's likely he's just paying for it all. So they're just, we've got to stand in order.
Okay.
Misuse of church funds, though.
Yeah, 3:30 on a Saturday. Can you pop over?
Funds.
Yeah.
Someone fetch the bishop.
They bashed them.
We've got to pay more for more people.
Ooh. Bishop,
So moving on.
please do.
I will. So we all sat down and we explained that we were looking for relics that were related to Melora
Didn't know it was
to
a
help.
tea, though, did he?
No, we
Yeah,
didn't.
rude.
Yes.
Yeah. Start with that. How rude was he?
Yeah. So the terrible host, no offer of any form of beverage or snacks.
As a comparison to Jarl, he was
Yeah.
shocking.
He threw me a party.
He literally did.
You
say-
gave me nothing.
Hang on a minute. Hang on just a minute. I gave you nothing. I was also Jarl Road.
What are you talking about? There's a completely different person.
Yeah. No. Don't bother.
Oh my God, were you?
So we explained that we were looking for these relics to help us with the disappearing towns, which you seemed to be, or Barnaby seemed to be sort of ignorant to. And we had to sort of explain what was going on and show him a map, because I think it's fair to say that none of us could actually remember the three towns, or the two that
So?
disappeared and the one that we think is next.
I don't think it's even written on that map.
They're all on there.
The storm one was. I couldn't see it on the map because I was like, I know there's another one.
And it is disappointing that we couldn't remember, given the number of times we've had this conversation with other NPCs.
We just need to write down the names of the towns.
we
Like,
do.
It's like the main
Yes.
the main quest line. It's like find
Yes.
out what's happened to these towns. We can't remember the names.
If only there was someone taking notes about the game as he was playing every week.
Explain.
Yeah, be helpful, wouldn't it?
That would, wouldn't it?
Gleamshaw is above it, and it looked like that was Gleamshaw.
Right.
That's why I was like, I don't get. That's the right. I know that name is not right.
Bertie's brought up a very important point, and for our listeners who can't see what's going on, I've got a world map here I write on and draw on and stuff. And I was showing Bertie where the three towns were. And Bertie has mentioned that because of where Gleamshaw is written, it looks like Stormwood is actually Gleamshaw. It's very confusing. Hence the reason we've got a new world map, which by the time this episode comes out, will be released. So I can talk about it a little bit, right? But the new world map doesn't have the names of settlements written on it. It just has numbers, which refer back to a key. So it's less cramped.
Yes.
But I do enjoy trying to get you three to say the names of the 3 towns that are
Yes.
pivotal to the adventure, because I know that you can't remember it, and it's hilarious, and I love it.
Absolutely.
That was yesterday's news. They're gone now. It doesn't matter.
Well, they're all gone. You're trying to save one.
That's
Which one are you trying to save?
Miss Vale.
You sure?
Yeah.
Miss Vale? Not Miss Vale.
Where's Miss Vale come from?
I don't know. Oh, Miss Vale, isn't that... Is that Nathan's character drawings? Are they called Miss Vale?
Possibly. Represent. I've got one of his t-shirts.
Represent.
Possibly. Yeah, that makes sense.
Sorry, Andy.
Miss.
That's all right.
Wait, character drawing.
Yeah, he does little like cartoon D&D characters.
I've got
They're
one
quite cute, aren't they?
Yeah, I've one that's like a little panda warrior. It's very cool.
I mean, in the same way, Ash, that you believe that a game should be driven by the players, as the lead host on this session, I believe that the session should be driven by my underlings.
Wow.
Underlings. And when are they turning up?
Yeah, Andy, when are they turning up?
We'll hold the fort until they get
You
here.
do that. So it was at this point that when we mentioned that Nix believed that elementals were involved, and Barney actually became quite dismissive, and that almost, well, not almost, he was rude. He was. And you were or rather Vesper was very, very quick to point that out.
No, Adonis was a spicy bitch in response.
That's true.
Damn, girl.
That's
Got her claws out.
We got some proper like role play from G and Adonis in that episode.
Yes,
like
I
a
loved it.
character that came through that we hadn't seen before.
Yeah, it was
which is
amazing.
So Adonis doesn't think much of clerics, like of priests and stuff. 'Cause he has to work, like he has to read books and study and stuff, and they just get it. Like that's not fair.
So your response was
like
driven by a
Jealousy.
distrust and jealousy of clerics rather than
Jealousy?
Laziness is what it's driven by. They're
a
lazy.
desire to protect the honour of Nix.
Yeah, well, and he's being rude to our friend. I think we travelled for 200 days.
Yeah, we're pretty tight now, I think.
Yeah. He opened his own front door. Like, how important can he really be?
And I love the interaction
Hold on, I
between the
opened
two
my own
of
front
them,
door.
where it definitely felt like a teacher off. No, I'm the best. No, boy. I think you referred to him as something like son or something. It was like some term.
He called me son or something.
Yeah.
Boy, I think.
Boy,
Yeah.
Young man.
young man,
Yeah.
something like that. Yeah.
That was fun little. Yeah.
I think it was at that point that we actually saw for the first time a different side to G. G trying to actually
Yeah.
win back some favour with his last
a
hope of
responsible
friends.
one.
I know.
Yeah.
Never thought I'd see the day.
No, it felt strange.
I bet it did.
I mean, there's why even my coffee mug here. I mean, that is true.
What does it say, Andy? Because people can't see.
It says 60, bit late to grow up now.
Which is a bit like my t-shirt here. Bring on.
Nelson, read it.
Read, we told you this. I think, especially for Vesper, she was slack-jaw, literally dumbfounded.
I think it was more than Vesper. I think you as a player.
Yeah, it was like, where has this come from? Who has been coaching you over the past 3 months while we've been going along? And it was very much can't talk about this right now because it will totally derail what's, as if Vesper was like, I can't be like, what's going on? She's like, okay, we'll comment that market, but move along. And then afterwards it was like shock. The hell?
I like the fact Nix was just standing behind us smirking as well. Just like, yes, I brought these chaotic people in here. I don't have to do anything.
I'm very conscious when it gets to a roleplay situation that Nix could be involved in. I don't want Nix to be too involved because otherwise I end up in a situation where I have to talk to myself. And that's weird for everybody involved.
You were very clever in getting out of that by us turning up and her going, I'm not talking to him.
Yeah.
It was like the last episode before, where it's like, no. It's like, oh, I thought that she was our in here, but no, that's a very bad relationship. Cool, okay, it's our responsibility. But Dennis!
He'll take the lead. He'll go for it.
We did.
Yeah.
I was quite surprised that G was actually successful with the dice rolls in persuading Barnaby to sort of, be a little more the bigger man, so to speak.
I think that's what Vesper liked, is that he said the same thing that she was trying to get across, but in a better way. And that's what she has been struggling so far. Every time she's tried to convey something, she's always gone about it, asked about tit, and she's always messed it up, and it's never gone over the way she wanted it to. So I think it was part shock of he's literally telling them to do the opposite of what he did in the last place we were at. What is happening? And how have you said that so well when I just tried to say that and everyone reacted wrong?
Well, yeah, Tash has been coaching. Tash has been sort of talking
it's
to
like
him.
an Adonis thing.
No, Tash has been giving him pointers and guidelines on how he should change his behaviour and attitude, and in all honesty, she was actually whispering in his ear, so he wasn't saying that himself. She was whispering in his ear, so he was just reciting what she was telling him to say.
Is Tash, like, what does she, in G's mind or your mind, what does she look like? How does she kind of represent to him? Is it just a voice?
Yeah, it's just a voice. I mean, I think for the race, it's like a spirit that almost inhabits your own body. Mm-hmm. Traditionally, with that race, you don't directly communicate. You have dreams that you interpret. But as I say, there was a table that I rolled on, and it said I can have an actual conversation with her, which I thought, yeah, we'll do that. I like that. And when I say I rolled on, I kind of just picked it.
Of course did.
There is
if you draw, it would have been one.
There's only one slight issue in the consistency for us, because there was definitely a previous episode where we could hear her voice as well.
Oh, you can.
So in this one, where we didn't react to her talking, especially if she had been whispering in your ear, I know it was very difficult to be like, and I'm saying it at the same time. But where you did that little aside, I think it's trying to remember that we can hear that.
Yeah.
Whereas to me, it's she's talking to you in your head, but you're responding to her out loud. But actually knowing that we can hear her is the bit that I'm still trying to get my head around.
Yeah, but in the same way that I could lean across now and whisper in Ash's ear, and I'm pretty certain that you wouldn't hear what I said.
He frequently does that.
I do.
I like it.
I try
Sweet
not.
nothings.
Oh, sweet everything. Oh.
I try not to lick his earlobe when I'm doing it, though.
For the record, that noise was Bertie.
Yes.
Not me.
Why did you need to clarify that?
I felt I needed clarification.
No, leave the mystery.
So he's on a journey to try and become a better man, but he is currently needing guidance from Tash.
I thought it was I think just in that interaction that involved all three of you, there was some good character development. We saw Vesper not giving a shit and just telling it as it is. Mm-hmm. We saw Adonis do whatever Adonis was doing, and then that conversation with the vessel I thought was interesting as well, to see how they kind of tried to, I was going to say creep on top of each other, that's not what I mean, like just try and get the upper hand over each other over and over. And then obviously G's interaction, I thought it was great. I thought it was some really nice character development that's going to give you guys something to role play on probably next episode, once you're clear of all the shit that happened.
My favourite bit is because I imagine a lot of what we're doing in my head. I'm creating the scene and I'm visualising it. As soon as that bit between Adonis and Thrall happened, I imagine them both in full drag. In my head, it was just boom.
I was expecting it, weren't that?
Just a couple of queens just going at each other. I don't know why. It's just my brain went, this is amazing. Adonis is in drag right now. He just got that feistiness to him. It was like, girl. So I really enjoyed that.
This is a robot.
Yeah. But swooshing it behind you like, flipping that hair back.
Okay, that's a visual I can't.
I can never unsee that.
I see it.
But now next time, if we're in another situation like that, I hope that your brain goes there too. As soon as he gets a little bit feisty, you're going to imagine Adonis in drag.
I think canonically Adonis is just forever in drag now.
Yeah. We just never mentioned it.
Just never mentioned
From the
it,
moment we
no.
met him. Yeah.
So what
It was
colour's your wig?
accepted.
Yeah.
Oh, it's going to be like peroxide blondes. Yeah, it'd have
Like
to
a big
be.
old Dolly Parton.
Yeah, it'd have to be.
Well,
Wouldn't
that's a
it?
bit boring.
Well, what would you suggest?
I thought you might go something, like purple or pink or.
Was it drag, not clown?
Please. I seem
And
to remember.
there are some beautiful-
someone not too long ago having blue hair.
There are some beautiful drag queens with purple hair.
That interaction did actually.
Well done, Andy.
Yeah.
Get back on track.
I thought so. That interaction did result in some useful information. So Barnaby sort of initially asked us about what our the level of knowledge we had about the primordials, and then he sort of enlightened us about how there were 4 that were used by Melora to create the Earth, and how then there's fire, Earth. I think you said wind, but I thought it was the air.
I did say wind. I meant air, but
Yeah.
hey ho.
Same difference.
Yeah, so fire,
what's
water,
the
air,
fifth?
and earth.
There's 5. What's the 5th?
It's 4, isn't it?
It's 4.
Oh, sorry, I thought you said 5.
And once the world had been created, Melora sort of put them to rest. But
them in
now
nap.
with
Little
her
nap time.
gone, with what?
Put them in a little nap time.
In a little
She
nap.
bundled them up
Yeah.
for a little nap time.
Swaddled them.
Yeah. Now baby's waking up.
Absolutely, because now she's gone. They're on, I think, autopilot was the term used.
Which was an interesting phrase for Barnaby Thrall to use. Like, what context do you have for autopilot, Mr. Thrall? That airship that you've been keeping in your back pocket.
Yeah, I mean, he will have had some dealings with the gig and their airships.
Yeah, there we go. We've cleared that plot hole.
He's got his own
We've just
private
covered
airship.
it, cemented it.
He literally goes to the shops just 50 yards down the road in his private airship.
And
He doesn't go to the shops.
No.
It's just joyriding.
No, I like the he does go to the shops to be among the people, to see what the people. But he's got like 15 guards around him, and he's not walking on the ground because they put like the mats underneath his feet. So I want to spend some time being with the people. I'm glad we didn't have to spend too much time with him, and that he went straight to the point instead of being like, "Well, this is what you've got to do to me to get this answer," because that's what I was expecting. You want something from me? Well, this is what you've got to do first, as is the quest for every game you've ever played.
I wanted to avoid that cliche. You had that with Road. I'll do that again. Not this
Appreciate
season,
that. It was really nice. It's refreshing.
I think that conversation kind of opened up a raft of emotions between us, because not only do we now think, oh, actually, we might have to be tackling 4 of these buggers rather than just the one, which was quite a daunting prospect, but we were also concerned about, well, if we do this and we banish them or whatever, what impact's that going to have on the All Havens? Is it going to destroy the world?
Well, I think it's interesting him saying that he's the only person who can bring the old gods back. And yet,
As far as he knows.
Well, as far as he knows, and that Targwyn doesn't know about the Divine Inquisitors, and there's a lot of stuff that was, I suppose, revealed there that's not been revealed anywhere else, as far as I'm aware.
Yeah, because there was, again, I got the feeling that your characters weren't sure that his plan was to bring all the old gods back, that he was going to sort of make some sort of unilateral decision that, no, these are the ones I like, so I'm going to bring them back.
Adonis's view on that was that it's massively two-faced, that he's now telling everyone to worship Targwyn, the new one true god, while still working in the background to bring the old ones back. Like, that's massively two-faced.
And if you're the kind of person with that power and your intention is always to bring them all back, then why would you ever use the phrasing "decide"? If you're going for the best of things to happen, they all have to come back. It has to be equal, and yin and yang. You have to have it all. But for him to then imply that he makes the decision, there shouldn't be a decision there, and that's why Vesper was like, "No, why are you the one that gets to make this choice? There is no reason for you to have that power. Okay, you can communicate with them, but it then shouldn't be your sole person that can make the decision as to who comes back and who doesn't.
Yeah, because correct me if I'm wrong, but did you not use some of the term along the lines of you would either use these relics that were being gathered to try and bring back one of the old gods that were related to that relic, or use it to power up or level up Tarquin?
Absolutely right.
Okay, so what would be the decision? What would be the difference between I'm going to use it for this or I'm going to use it for that? And why would you be supporting Tarquin?
You'd have to ask the High Vessel those sorts of questions.
Okay.
John,
you answer the High Vessel these questions, guys.
John's absolutely right.
Gee.
This has been, for me, this little interaction was quite a nice way of dropping more lore about the world and actually diving into Barnaby Thrall and what his actual opinion and thought process and stuff is. Because where he's appeared in other adventures, they're things like big one-shots or 12-hour events where he might be like a quest giver or an important NPC you see for a very short period of time, where the DM has got to drive that story forward because we're on a real kind of time crunch. Whereas here, this is a campaign setting, so we can explore those things a little bit more, and I can drop those little things in to start planting those seeds of doubt in players' heads and trying to get people to explore that a little bit more.
Also, everywhere else we've seen him, like pre-Dark Ascension, it was always, maintain the balance, we're doing this to maintain the balance kind of thing, stop one getting more power. Now it's like, to support Tarquin and defeat Zaphon. And then this is like, well, actually, he doesn't really care for Tarquin very much. He still believes what you always believed a little bit. I don't know, I think it's interesting. And I think from a world building perspective, it opens up options.
Absolutely.
Quite cool, because the gods are massive story generators.
Of course they are.
Yeah,
absolutely right.
Aren't they? So.
But I think Barnaby also let out a little tidbit that maybe I was being naive and didn't appreciate, and that is that Tarquin, when she ascended, was still a young child, a teenager, and tends to sort of behave with teenage personality, so can throw her toys at her pram if she doesn't get the right flavoured milkshake, and could destroy the world in doing so. So I think G was very much thinking, well, hold on, we've got petulant god, we've got an evil god, and now we've got 4 of these elementals who's, again, using Barnaby's language, they have to destroy to allow the new life to flourish.
It's a whole other kettle of fish worms, because this is one of the difficult bits when you're like, I want to know so much more, but the questions that I have to ask the questions that Vesper would ask and get the information that she would think is necessarily important. But with that, like what you said, it's the concern of, okay, so Tarquin is a new god. Is he then using his influence over her to use her to do things as a god that he's like, oh, you're a new god, I dealt with all the old gods, let me lead you, let me guide you, let me teach you. Oh, you've been a good god this week, I've found this artifact and I can give you a little bit of extra power, or not mentioning it kind of thing. It's Vesper and it's Bertie. I hate the idea of there being someone who has that much power and being able to influence someone else who has a lot of power but isn't necessarily, is quite innocent with it.
Doesn't know how to use it.
Yeah. And if you've got someone like that, in all the interactions that we've had like above table in previous games, he's just, he's been a bit kooky and you thought he's a little bit mental, but in general, because all of those gods were in his head, they were keeping him accountable. He couldn't subvert, he literally just had to be the voice of what they were saying because they knew what he was doing. They were all in there. In this new situation, it feels very much like that's not what's happening. Okay, he's hearing these voices, which I think we covered last time. We think he's just a little bit mental and that's why he's hearing those voices still. But it's now he's got more free reign to actually start messing with stuff than he did before. And that's very uncomfortable. And I don't know at what point we went from, we're just going to find out what's happening, to we're going to fix it now. It's like, it's not our responsibility. We're just going to get an answer.
I feel like he's now running the biggest cult. He's convinced almost 90% of the world that the cult of Tarquin is the way forward, and everyone's believing it.
And he's ventriloquist and Tarquin.
Yeah. And he's no different from any other cult leader, except it's much, much grander scale.
He's got a lot more money.
Yeah.
Do you want some narrative behind the screen about Thrall?
Yeah.
Do you want some information?
Yes.
Yeah, 'cause to me, it feels like he's almost trying to parent a rather naive god. But what's his agenda? Is he doing it to make her a better god, or is he doing it for his own personal needs?
So Bertie has hit on a lot of important stuff, which is right there. When Thrall was the conduit for 13 gods, it was voice in his head all the time, and the way he would appease them would be to take something from one god that god has and give it to another. Like to take life from Melora to give it to Azrael, so Azrael can use it to create death. So he's always moving these things around to appease these gods and keep that balance in order. So what he's done is taken how he works with the Pantheon of 13 and is now trying to apply it to a Pantheon of 1. So what he's learned behaviour with managing gods is, well, I give them what they want when they give us what we need. So that's how he's trying to deal with Targuin, but because there's only one god, it's a case of, well, I'll use these relics to try and mould Targuin into what the world needs Targuin to be. But in the background, there's always that, but if I could have the 13 back, I'd have the 13 back.
Yeah. But it's also, you can only do that based on your perception. So this is what the world needs. How do you know?
Not exactly.
You don't know that the world needs what you think it needs. And it's like someone who has been doing a lot of jobs and has been juggling a load of responsibilities, and then they only have one. So they've got all this free time to go, actually, what can I get out of this?
Are you saying he's not busy enough?
No. He needs more bunny girls. He needs more things to keep him distracted. Or it just needs to be, I don't know. There should be some kind of succession there. Because he should not live forever. So it's like, okay, and definitely not the Yoo-hoo guy. He's definitely not who I'm thinking of in this situation, but someone to be the successor for Barnaby Thrall. Who is the next person in line? And that person shouldn't just be taught by Barnaby. It needs to be a whole,
I think Averin would be awesome at it.
You?
Would you like to give us a little bit of a background on Averin to Ash?
Averin is a cleric that I play in Stuart's Tuesday. He's not my current character. Cleric I play in Stuart's Tuesday night campaign. And the miniature I use for him, Andy will know it. I can't remember the faction's name, that Moonstone. It's the really fat cleric, like monk. So I use that miniature for him. He's very wandering, oaken. He casts life spells by making cakes and things. Favourites are stroop waffles.
Is that why it smelled like cakes when we first went?
Right.
So that's kind of where that all sort of stems from. But Averin would be an interesting choice. Yoo-hoo, gods! Stroop waffle?
Egg time!
Yes. But going back to Thrall, he is a very complex character, and there's a lot of different things to him, because he's one of the only a handful that have been around since day one. There's not that many NPCs that have been around that long, and we've had that much time to development. It's been like 5 years. It'll be 5 years this year that we've been playing in this world and developing these characters.
Let's kill him.
Yeah.
So at some point he will die. How, where, when, I don't know. I haven't got that far yet, and then there will have to be some kind of succession. Like, what does that look like? How does that work? Is there someone in his cathedral that can step up and take the reins? Does the whole vessel organisation just fall apart?
Can I? In my head, have you seen the film World of Warcraft?
Yeah.
Okay. So in the film, I'm not familiar with the game, but I've seen the film. And in the film, there is this great mage that lives off in a tower and no one ever sees him, but his responsibility to keep the world safe. But what nobody realised is that over time he's become reclusive and he's become like basically infected by this bad thing, and he's actually really evil. It wasn't originally, but that in my head that's like what could be happening with Barnaby, because there's two gods, he's only really communicating one, but he could be getting influenced by the other without realising. And it could be the case of at some point in the future, it's like he just goes ham. He's like, right, boom, everybody's dead, bow down to me, blah, 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 blah. And he could be the BBEG. And people are just letting him. And I think from Vesper's point of view, she wanted to get out there as quickly as possible because she's like, I'm not comfortable with this level of responsibility. This is not what I signed up for. I don't want to get involved in a conversation about this because it's way above my pay grade. I am not the person to be answering this call or dealing with this stuff. I'm literally a bodyguard. That's all I've ever been. I just want to get people from one place to another and hit things. Why are we now trying to solve the world's problems? I really don't want to anymore. You're going to the celestial plane? Of course we are. Of course we are. Brilliant.
Yeah, G was a bit disappointed at that because the initial conversation was around the Dragon Gate Vault and how it holds a relic, Manasa, that was linked to the Earth primordial.
I think Manasa is the name of
That's
the
the name of the
primordial.
primordial.
Yes, who was used to obviously create the crust of the Earth, and then we kind of just washed over that and then started talking about the High Marshal of Order of Life, Penelope Ophelia Rose, who may be able to help from the Celestial Plane.
Yeah, so she knows where those items are.
Yeah.
But Thrall doesn't. That was the link there.
We're going to get there. She doesn't go, there's one in the vault.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, actually, you want to talk to Steve? Steve's the object collection guy. He's in hell. Yeah.
Well, we did get a relatively detailed description of Penelope Ophelia Rose, long blonde flowing locks and
Pink.
likes to dress in pink. And I was wondering whether there might be a rival love interest for Vesper. You know, will she have to choose between Nyx and Penelope Ophelia Rose?
Well, there was the smirk at the description from Vesper. There was a little smirk because in her head it was like, I don't know why my head went to the Powerpuff Girls, and it was like, can I collect the whole set?
The thing is,
They get one
I
yellow.
pictured something so different. I think you're picturing like Barbie girl,
Yeah.
stick
Yeah.
thing, all the rest of it. I'm picturing quite a dumpy lady,
Yeah.
like with a bright pink coat and the big hair, Mrs. Doubtfire style lady.
Do you know, I don't think I would have the strength to spend one day living inside Bertie's mind. I think.
It's very difficult trying to make sense of the different things that pop in, and sometimes I just have to say it so I can get off that thought process. Like, it was also, in Deadpool, you've got Yuriko and the powerful girl. In Deadpool, you've got the girl that he would go, and she's always like, "Fuck you, Deadpool," and she's always really rude. And then her girlfriend's like, in my head, it was like that's Nyx and this other woman. It's just like, this is going to be so much fun. I'm so looking forward to this. Just to have them two meeting each other is going to be like,
Are you ready to roleplay with yourself, Ash?
Always. Well, am I going to roleplay with myself?
Do we have to leave the room?
Could have a guest.
Are we?
Oh, come on. Who would you get in to play that? If you could choose any member of our charity to play Ophelia, who would it be?
Who would it be? It would absolutely be
Penelope Ophelia.
Penelope Ophelia.
It has to be called by her full titles.
Who would it be? Who would I pick? It'd have to be Gary. Gary would be, he would be up for it, he would be game for it, he would do an amazing job of it, and it would be absolute carnage, it'd be hilarious.
Yeah.
He'd come dressed up, even though this is an audio podcast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think the problem is that the aesthetics would then completely crush my fantasy of...
Would it crush it or would it make it?
No, I think it would crush it.
Okay.
He might be willing to shave, if that helps.
He's not worried about the face, it's the legs.
Yeah. We just have to turn his head upside down and then it works better.
So Adonis did a little bit of crafty negotiation with our silver and got 50% uplift on the value in platinum.
I'll be honest, at this point I just wanted to get rid of it.
Yeah.
Well, you have lumped this thing about
Yeah.
long enough now, let's give you some reward for it.
Yeah.
That was.
But it didn't last long,
No.
did it?
Which was perfect though, because I think we needed to have like a little lottery win to just go, right, get us some gear, make everyone happy. Because I was like, I found my battle axe, it was great, but it didn't feel like we were because we haven't had many chances to get stuff or find stuff. Because Timberminster, no one was going to touch that.
Yeah.
That silver, so it's like had no option there. He wants to send us off. Right, we've got to get something here. We have to get ourselves prepped, and it definitely was a benefit for the journey. But yeah, it was nice to, because in my head I'd wheeled that cart like all the way through into the office, and it was just in the corner. It's just like, yep. So he's still got the cart. We don't have the cart anymore. It was nice to get rid of it.
Was everyone happy with their purchases?
Oh yeah.
Well, there was one thing that G didn't get that he was perhaps tinkering after.
What was that?
Hankering after. Just, a night with a lady of the night.
Why did every campaign you play in, why does this come up?
What?
You did this in Company of Fate as well.
Yeah.
Brent ended up with a girlfriend called...
We did try
You don't
and
want a
get him
girlfriend
one.
from the religious centre.
No. I was
Crazy.
looking for.
There were a couple of episodes of that campaign we had to take black.
We go to a big tent and, with a red light.
We did try to get you a hooker in Timberminster, and we couldn't get you one then.
I mean, but when you talk about bunny girls, what was it? You said Dragonborn. That's got teeth. That's scary. I think you said Aarakocra. That's got a beak. Yeah. Like, I mean,
why are you so obsessed with the
feathers?
John, why are you so obsessed with the face? Why is this such an issue?
just think how brave he was.
Sort of.
Yes, they're yeah.
Snapping.
Doesn't matter what they look like when you're playing solitaire.
Don't you play solitaire on your own?
Yeah.
I just want to pay you to sit there and watch me play solitaire on my own. Just tell me how good I am. Tell me I'm a good boy.
Pick out the Riverside.
Yeah.
Go, Andy, go. Save the episodes.
But he's lost it. Okay, so we got back from our shopping spree. We've all been to Blue Water. And Barnaby led us into this little side room with an unusual symbol. So I take it none of us would have recognised the symbol on the floor.
Yeah, I don't know, maybe.
Well, good. Okay.
I don't think we can. Really. Like,
It would be means to an end.
We would pretty much.
And we all had to hold hands, and Adonis, ever being the wingman, made sure that Nix was right next to Vesper.
Well, to be fair, you're a pretty shit wingman to begin with, so you can only go upwards from there, can't it?
Yeah.
And the rims.
Triumph.
Sorry.
I'm going back to my original thought. The room started to spin, and a big portal opened up, and we were sort of whooshed into a what seemed like a never-ending bloody wormhole. Why are you laughing at that? Why are you laughing at the idea of walking into a never-ending wormhole?
It's not. It was the rim comment that got me.
It was a spinning rim, and we all got whooshed in.
Yeah, we did. Yes.
I apologise for any listener who's under the age of 18. You were warned when you clicked on this episode.
Yes, absolutely.
It's very difficult to visualise. I can't get it. The inside of the wormhole. It was like a wind tunnel, and then it was like a weird fleshy thing, and I was like, no, that doesn't work. I was trying to figure out the composition of the wormhole and how we were travelling, because that was very difficult. Because in my head, I'm like, we're Superman in it. We're like...
I was picturing the walk from 40k, really, because you describe stuff on the outside, which is very
Kind of
Stargate.
or Stargate. They have.
Now, either I'm about to create a editing issue for Ash, or
Oh,
I've just got to take a step back, because there's one important thing I'd forgotten to mention, because we were in possession of a wooden box with a certain blue powder in it. We spoke to Barnaby about a said box with the sort of tree on the lid and the blue powder, only to find out that it was all linked to Zephon, and even the powder was indeed believed to be bits of Zephon.
Yeah.
So someone's licked Zephon.
Not all of us. It was you, wasn't it? Yeah,
It was.
Thomas.
It was tangy, if I remember rightly, the description.
I can't remember.
It was definitely
Decided
considered to be a
nice as a
seasoning.
meat rub. Yeah.
Yeah.
And it was definitely
Cinema.
suggested that we should not be taking that with us because there was a risk that.
I mean, we
it
might as
could.
well. We got tacked anyway.
Well, that's true, but I think it was one of the comments was that it could even give us up on a foothold in the All Havens.
Yeah, Celestial.
So we definitely didn't want him coming.
No.
Yes, I don't think we're up to fighting him because we are. Well, now we're mighty level 6s, but we are.
We are. I mean, we've killed a god. We've licked a god.
Kill a god.
I think you did.
No.
I think you did.
I may have
killed a little
caused
girl
the
who
ascension.
turns out to be Tarwin.
No, I may have
Or an
dispatched
avatar of.
a vessel,
I don't think they start on that young.
but not her herself, because she's still about.
But that
Even
did
Barnaby
help, though.
confirmed that she's still about.
He's crazy. He still talks to 13 dead gods.
It was useful because I think we were still unsure as to what that girl was representing. So having it kind of confirmed by his description of what Targwyn is like was really helpful. Because we weren't sure if she was Zaphon related or Targwyn related, and him being like, oh yeah, she's a teenager. It's like, oh, that makes sense. Why, to start off with, she's like, I'm not going to help you. And then later on, she's like, okay, I'll help you now. It's a very teenager sort of thing to do. So that gave a little bit of for me, it's made sense that would be more her than it would be Zaphon.
We've got to keep her on side, otherwise she'll stop helping again.
Yeah. I mean, if we
She hasn't
meet
had that
her-
much yet so far anyway, has she? So
No, not really.
Also, Adonis is anti-religion.
Yeah.
He thinks it's a lazy way of getting power, like being a cleric and stuff. So he doesn't.
So the fact that she latched onto you is like the
Weirdest,
perfect pairing, really.
Like the weirdest thing for him ever.
Yeah. Because he's like, I don't care.
Like, he knows of the old god. He liked to have it because he was a dragon. He's a dragonborn. Like that's about as religious as he gets. Like so.
So I'll start again, shall I? We were all then hurtling through this wormhole.
Yeah.
Some of us finding it more exciting than others. With their screaming.
Well,
Have you ever been on a roller coaster?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And is that how you act on a roller coaster?
Well, yeah. Well, no, I normally
starts in a
laugh
queue.
maniacally when I'm on any kind of ride like that.
Hey, that's another trip.
Yeah. If you want to just be deafened by me laughing because I can't help myself.
I love theme parks and roller coasters.
Yeah, I love them, but
I don't like the
too
rides
big to
where
go
you
on.
get soaked.
No, I'm not a fan of the water
I'm
rides.
not a fan of
I
them.
love the Smiler at Alton Towers is one of my favourites in this country.
There are plenty of rides, Andy, that are suitable for people of a bigger stature. So don't you worry. We're going.
Oh, not the teacups.
Ash is
I'm
taking
not going for the
us
teacups.
Merry-go-round.
to Florida.
Hang on just a minute.
He's going to take us to
All expenses
Universal
paid, wasn't it?
What?
Walt Disney World. We're going to have an amazing time. They're built for Americans, and our American listeners, I don't think you'll mind me saying this because they're big people everywhere, but there are a lot of bigger people in America. It's a big country. They have a lot more good food. So if you enjoy the food, you're going to like it. So there's plenty of rides. We can get you on some. And if anybody wants to sponsor us on a trip, and we will video it for you guys. If you want
We
to
do a podcast from Florida.
on a ride.
On a ride. Oh,
I mean, the microphones will work.
Nat Pun on a ride.
On a ride.
I think Nat Pun on Velocicoaster at Universal.
I've never been.
Oh my god, I thought I was going to die.
I think it sounds.
I genuinely thought I was going to die on that roller coaster. Velocicoaster. It's a Velociraptor Jurassic Park themed roller coaster. It's
but
terrifying.
Love it.
yeah, but Velociraptors aren't terrifying.
No, but the roller coaster is.
Are you like riding on a
I
Velociraptor?
don't know what the fuck's happening in that roller coaster. You've just got like a lap restraint, and there's massive like slow barrel rolls over water, and it's kind of hanging by your waist. No,
See that?
Oh, that sounds so.
I read an article, and if it's true, it spoiled the entire franchise for me.
What was the article?
But in real life, Velociraptors run about the size of a turkey. They're not as big as they are portrayed in the films.
well, that roller coaster's less scary now.
Yeah, there you go. So now you'd be happy going on it.
There we go. Right. So we had Vesper screaming.
Yes.
G kind of got the eerie feeling that they weren't alone, that they were being watched from the outer walls of this wormhole by a range of different creatures, both celestial and demonic, I think was the term used. And he heard a voice You should not be here. Turn back. Which he relayed to, in a kind of calm way, because he was obviously used to roller coasters and didn't get upset or scream.
Reference incoming. In my head, it was the same as in the labyrinth when they're going through the bit. There's all the faces. Turn back. Don't go on. You'll die. So I was like, it's not a serious threat. Let's keep going.
We couldn't turn back even if we wanted to. We had no idea how to turn back.
Well, this is very true. This is very true. And G did tell them, no can do. And at which point, kind of regretted that, didn't he?
I feel like if you just said we don't know how, we might have got a slightly different response or a slightly more patient response.
Who knows?
Well, you
Well, you
giant
Yeah, I do. You're right. you may have got a different response. The one of the creatures was intelligent. Well, in fact, they're all intelligent-ish.
What were the actual creatures?
Well, so there's 2 winged lions,
Mm-hmm.
and the unicorn-like creature was a Chiron.
Chiron.
They're from the Theros.
Which, like, Greek mythology kind of thing?
Yeah, that's good. That book's really good for like celestial creatures and stuff like that. The idea being they were like guardian creatures that guard the way into and out of the celestial realm.
So was that who was talking to G? Or was there something else that
It was the
talking?
Chiron.
It was the Chiron,
Yeah.
okay.
That's a hefty creature as well. That's a CR12 creature. The winged lions were CR4 each.
Nice.
So you had a CR12 and 2 CR4s. So that was a hefty old combat.
It makes sense why we leveled up.
Made sense. I went down to us.
It wasn't me.
Shall I rephrase that?
I didn't go down.
No, you didn't. He tried really hard.
Yes, I didn't do too well in my combat, did I?
It's one of the few times where Vesper's reaction to lick something has been a benefit
Yes, very
as
true.
well. I'm just gonna taste it.
We also got an interesting flashback from G when you went down though, didn't we?
Which?
Well, you don't know.
How desperate have you been to share that tidbit of information?
Well, you lot are never going to find out. You never asked me a question, so I may as well just bloody put it out there.
To be fair, we haven't in character. We've not asked each other at all. What did we do before this?
It's trying to engage G in conversation. He's been like, no, I don't know what we're talking about. So she's like, fine, okay. The night before, I stabbed him with a fork. I tried to engage him in conversation, get to know him.
Trying to stab me with a fork.
I said the night before. We tried to engage in conversation. I was like, trying to find out information. Oh, no. Just tried multiple times. Never asked many questions.
Yeah, but you weren't asking the right question.
What is the deep, dark secret of your backstory that you don't want to tell us?
That
Okay, there
is
we
the
go.
right question.
Sorry, I'll make sure to clarify my questions in the future.
So was it? Well, no, I suppose I couldn't. Yeah, as players, you know, obviously, but as characters, you don't.
Yeah.
Was it the kind of in line with what you expected?
In the best way, it's about as stupid as I thought it was going to be. It was definitely disproportionate to the amount that he seems to feel bad about it. Like,
What, trying to use 2 young children as meat
But they
shields?
didn't die.
the guilt would be if you came out and both children got shot and then, yes, they died, then yes, it would be like, wow, that's something heavy. The fact that it was just like, oh, I'm going to use these to protect me, nothing happens to them and people think I'm a hero. It's not, it's definitely nowhere near as bad as he...
I can't wait for this to be role-played out. G is beside himself about this, and Vesper's like, what are you talking about?
Yeah, it's like...
Sort yourself.
It's like, okay, yeah.
Get over it, Snowflake.
Bacon?
It's very hard.
Yeah.
Bacon? Yeah.
It's just... Yeah.
Pocket bacon will be needed.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I've
absolutely.
still got 10 pieces.
Oh,
so.
good.
So the first time G went down, Adonis rescued him with a potion.
Pinwheels. Yeah.
And even Patch was doing his job. I think he took 2 whole health points out of him.
He was such a good boy. He was a little chicken wagon.
He did your weapon as well, didn't he?
Yes, he did bump up my weapon, which was amazing.
But then one of the lions dispatched Patch.
Yes, and it is very frustrating that I completely appreciate the game mechanics and how the game works, but it's very frustrating being like, no, I would do something in this situation. I would
Turn my back quick.
I did make the attack at disadvantage, didn't I?
Yeah, you did, but you still rolled really high.
Yeah, no, I don't know how I rolled that many natural 20s. That combat was insane.
I was, as that
That
combat
was
was
mad.
going, I was frantically reading the 5-minute spell, which is not one I use very often after read. And it can cast spells for him, but only touch spells. So I was hoping I could use shield for him, but that's self.
Yeah.
So it's like, I can't protect him, can't do anything for him. So.
But again, there's like an image in my head, the idea of a giant lion just being like, oh, and just the jaws coming down and like, it's like, oh, come on! I couldn't do anything to stop that. He's in his little baby carrier. Come on.
But you did exact revenge.
I did.
Because you took that line. Well, I don't know if it was the same one.
To death.
You did.
I did, because I specified I want to get the one that got
Yeah, you did.
ripped its head apart. And then licked its bits.
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah, that's...
Its sparkly star bits.
Remind me not to invite
Don't
you
do
to my...
drugs, kids.
Remind me not to invite you to my funeral. Anyway.
Are you
What, you gonna have like glitter cannons at your funeral?
Lily?
No, well, actually...
And
No, funny
enough,
enough, Nettie's talking about actually having me cremated and put stuffed into fireworks.
Nice.
Nice.
I would do that, but only if I could get silent fireworks, so it didn't upset any wildlife.
That'd be littering though, wouldn't it?
What? Why would it be littering?
Shooting
You don't
at
think
the
a
fields.
dead body in the ground is littering? It takes a while to decompose.
Yeah, but he's organic.
Not all of it.
One. So, bloody Merry yeah.
Job you had, Andy. That ain't going anywhere.
I know what you've got hiding there.
And then G, with his usual finesse, went down again. Which is when we had the flashback that we've already covered.
But I think it was good because it wasn't a situation in which he could run away. So it was kind of, you have to get involved.
Yeah, well, I think he's already shown evidence that he wants to now. He wants to try and be a better man. And I think he would have stuck around to try and protect you guys. He's just shit at it, to be honest.
He's using a bow. A bow is your main weapon.
Yeah.
That's what
And
you back
unfortunately,
up.
I was having to resort to using close combat, which was not his forte.
In your multi-classing though, are you taking something to help with more close combat stuff, or was it?
Well, I've kind of taken one of rogue at the moment, but I've stuck with the ranger for now, purely to get 5 levels in ranger, so I can get the extra attack.
Yeah.
So do you get your sneak attack?
I'll get sneak attack, yeah. Which I did use.
It's only 1d6, so
Yeah.
yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. And then Nick stepped up and she dispatched one of the lions as well.
Yes, she did with a natural 20.
She did.
One of many
Natural
that were.
ones, natural 20.
I don't know what was going on with me. That's
Shit
actually-
dice.
It's almost like your dice only had 2 numbers on it.
Shit, they do.
So you just split it.
1 out of 20.
Yeah, it's just rolling a pebble. There is no dice. It's just making up the numbers.
And then Vespa tried to be quite creative with how she was going to dispatch the unicorn creature, whose name I forgot.
Kyrin.
Yeah. And she mounted him, tried to stab him from the back of the head.
I just thought it'd be interesting to, instead of just be floating next to them, it's a nice, better visual to be like, right, it's a horse, I'm going to ride it. But then realised it.
Looking a bit Valkyrie-esque.
Yeah, in my head that's cool. And then smashing it on the head but missing, because it was like, no, like that, flopping its head about. But then Adonis was very gracious to make it seem like contact.
Why?
It's part of the fun.
Looking after his kids, isn't he? That's the thing.
Okay.
Playing dad.
Yeah.
Keeping you all confident in your abilities.
I
So
think he's
Someone
confident.
needs to.
I honestly, at that point, I was creating my character. I honestly thought I was going to.
So the honest answer is, I figured my dice rolling had been so appalling during that combat that it would be better to try and buff you guys up a bit and use cantrips where it does half damage even if I miss, and stuff like that, than to try and do anything super, too spectacular. So, yeah, because when I was tumbling, it's supposed to have disadvantage and D20s. Kind of went, right, I'm just going to use spells that do dex saves instead.
Yeah.
I'm not going to roll any D20s.
Yeah. That was dangerous little feature there. Were those mechanics that you made up, or you drawn from somewhere?
Made them up. Just to try and get the combat something a bit extra rather than you hit it, it hits you, you hit it, it hits you, because that is boring. So just try and make something a bit more interesting and make it a bit more dynamic. And obviously thanks Andy, you punched me in the leg.
You got to hit him now.
I got to hit him.
There you go.
I thought that was quite fun.
No, I enjoyed it too, I'm not going to lie. I forgot what I was going to say. Because we're playing Theatre of the Mind as well, you've not got the visual engagement of miniatures. And like when Andy runs and puts a really big, cool miniature down, you can spend other players' turns just looking at the miniature and sort of enjoying that visual aesthetic, whereas we can't, because we're playing Theatre of the Mind, obviously. So having those little extra bits just make it that much more interesting. Yeah. The same thing with the pixie combat in the last one as well, being in the field of flowers and the flowers having an impact on things, it just adds another dynamic to the encounter.
And flowers seem to be creating a theme.
Yeah, I mean,
as we have, after dispatching the
Chiron,
we were ejected from our wormhole into a beautiful, picturesque field filled with flowers. And the first thing that went into G's mind was, don't pick the flowers! Although apparently someone's going to burn half of
them. Oh, yeah, that's already cleared some ground.
Some ground to get patched back, so it's going to happen.
And that was the end of the episode.
That was the end of the episode.
We are now in the celestial plane.
We think.
You assume.
And we'd all sucked the juice of the Quirin to get our full health back.
Well, not all of us.
I didn't. I got ejected from the portal on 1 hit point, didn't I?
Ah, yes.
You didn't it?
Yes. And now we've got to try and find our illustrious friend.
Multiple named.
Yes. Whose name I forgot.
Rose.
That's the one.
That's it.
Marshal of the Order of Life.
Is there anything else you guys can think of that I haven't touched on?
No, I don't think so.
No.
Very well covered.
I think it was a good episode.
Every episode's a good episode.
Yeah, but like you say, character development, a bit of lore dump, interesting combat. I think it was a good mixed session.
Yes.
Absolutely.
I'm looking forward to exploring Celestial Realm a little bit as well. We've not done that much.
And just to give us an idea of the realms, so is they like layered, like sheets of paper on top of each other? How do the different realms
I'm thinking more of a Victoria sponge cake than sheets of paper.
Yeah.
So we just made our way through the cream and now we're into the next level.
Love the cream. Sort of.
Okay.
So you have the material plane. Hell literally hangs at the bottom of the material plane. Hell is a plane in its own right. The celestial realm sits above everything and kind of looks down on everything.
Okay.
But there's a greater distance between the material plane and the celestial plane than there is from the material plane to hell.
So we just kind of got an express elevator up.
Pretty much.
Between the two.
Yeah. That will become clear in future episodes as well. Being important.
And for our UK listeners, we got an express lift up.
Why do people in the UK not know what an elevator is?
We don't say elevator, we say lift.
Do we not?
Interchangeable, wouldn't it? Would have thought.
No.
We're all hitting someone pulled us up.
Let's just call it an escalator and have done with it.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Stairs.
Moving stairs.
Yes.
So that brings us to the end of this episode. I'd like to thank you all for listening, and it's goodbye from me. Anyone else going to say goodbye?
No.
Goodbye from me.
No. Okay.
It's a goodbye from me.
Goodbye from you.
Goodbye.
I'd like to say a big shout out to our Ruby members, Joshua, Alberta, Paul C, Claire, Laura and Niall.
Our Sapphire members, Kylie, Dave R, Gary, and Emerald member, Stuart.
Our Diamond members, and remember, diamonds are forever. It's Zeke, it's Chris L, Martin M, Dave F, John, Bertie, Ash, and me.
And of course to our ruling council members, Chris, BT, Sophia and JP. Thank you to everybody for your continued support. And if you're not a Patreon member, please head over to patreon.com/charitydnd where you can join the Charity Gaming Guild and support us today.